That's Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
Dead Horse.
Dead Horse. I could hear it. I couldn't place what it was.
Yeah, I don't know why I like that song. I've always liked the song. I think I'm going to do a Pianist song on that one.
Full cover?
Yeah, just working through it.
Okay, cool. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Great Measures. I'm trying to come up with new. Great Measures.
I will go home right now. All right. I'm going to try to get this one right because there's just a lot of moving parts here. So this is going to introduce you to a band today that you haven't heard. They are from Poland, some Polish black metal. The band name is called Batushka. Batushka, but it's pronounced Batushka.
Batushka.
This album came out in 2015. Let me do a little reading for you because there's a lot here. The current status of who controls the band is unclear and in a legal dispute, although I think recently I saw somebody posted that something got settled. In December of 2018, two of the members claimed that they kicked the other one out of the band and decided to continue the band separately. For now, there are two versions of the band. Same name, whatever.
That's weird.
Yeah. The ensuing public drama between the band members, as well as multiple active versions of the band, led to multiple parody projects being formed by unrelated musicians, mostly sprouting on the Bandcamp platform. Pronounced Batushka, the band's Cyrillic name means father and is used to address an Eastern Orthodox priest. The band's song titles and lyrics are written in Old Church Slavonic, an ancient liturgical language from which all Slavic languages are derived and frequently takes use of formal and poetic phrasing.
Cool.
All right. Let's see. So the song that I'm going to show you, I don't know how to read the name of the song, but in English, it is Yekteniya I Cleansing. So everything is litany. I guess that's litany, right? Mm-hmm. And a Roman numeral, and then...
Those are the songs?
Yes.
That's like an album?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're listening to Cleansing?
Cleansing, or Purification. I've seen other translations, Purification. And I did some translating with the lyrics so we can read the lyrics too.
And that I've never heard of such a thing with a band going through.
Two band members. This one claims he kicked this one out. This one claims he kicked this one out.
And they're both doing the band.
And they're both still have.
And there's other bands that are calling themselves that band and
kind of as a joke, yeah.
That's wild.
It is wild.
Wow, there's a lot of legal problems there.
This album came out in 2015, and it was like, I'm trying to think. There's been a few albums that this was one that was just hyped up. I mean, it was the lead up to it was just hype. This is going to be the coolest thing ever, and it was one of those rare albums that actually lived up to the hype because they do so much different stuff. I mean, it's black metal, but it's got a lot of different elements to it. It's cool.
Okay, well let's listen to it.
Let's do it then. I don't know what you're doing. You ready?
Waiting on you.
Ready to roll?
Proceed. Wait. Batushka.
Batushka.
Is it, that means
Father.
so it's not referring to a particular padre.
It was a reference to the Eastern Orthodox priests.
The priests in the
how you would address
Orthodoxy.
them.
So it's not a particular guy.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Well, proceed with that stuff, Richard.
Let's do it. chords are those?
F sharp, minor, D, C sharp major. Whole time, pretty much.
F sharp minor.
F sharp minor.
D.
D, C sharp,
C sharp.
major.
I like those chords. I like this.
Yeah,
It's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like this.
Okay.
That whole the priest sounding doing the chant thing. That's so cool.
Yeah. Let me. Go ahead. Keep talking.
That's so cool. And
I'm gonna
then,
show you what they
and
look
then
like.
I wish I knew better about what the the percussive. It's not a wind chime, obviously, but it's some kind of chime,
Sure,
maybe.
yeah.
And then those it sort of sounds like what they have in a.
That's what they look like
Yeah, they do.
when they're playing live, and
Sure, they do. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, very ritualistic sermon type stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's what music is, It's singing from a pulpit and a stage and maybe not a pulpit, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Elevated people. Yeah, I like the instrumentation. Even that stringed instrument where they're don 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 in the break, and then whatever those somebody tell us what they are. The little brass sounding things that sound like they're in a monastery or something, or a church, I guess, but they remind me more of a monastery type thing. That all mixes really well. And you heard he's doing the double bass, and then you heard it, doom, doom,
Yeah,
doom.
and you enjoyed that. Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's more. I don't know.
You
what
enjoyed
it. Is.
it.
Yeah.
You enjoyed it.
But I mean, the double bass drum wasn't. It was more.
Right.
The guitar sounds so cool in this too. How many guys are in the band? Well, I mean,
It depends on which band you're talking about.
right.
But
if you combine them all, there's 13 of them.
Yeah, there's 28,000 of them. No, I really don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I know the live performances I've seen. It's like the stage. I mean, even at like big festival stages, the stage is full of people.
Wow.
It seems that way, anyways.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It could be 4 people, but the images that I've seen and the videos that I've seen, it just
A lot of
seems
folks.
It's like an entire congregation.
Yeah, I mean, the harsh vocals really. Are these considered guttural or harsh? Because somebody in the comments was really giving me a hard time.
Give you a hard time because there's a difference in guttural and harsh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just nitpicking in my opinion. Like,
Wish I knew your name.
no, I mean there are like I wouldn't consider this to be
Just kidding.
guttural because it's not the deep lower
The guttural
sounding.
has to be more.
I would think
the-
that's what I would consider to be guttural. This is more of a screechy. This is very black metal vocals. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is probably my favorite. I think I've said this before. This is probably my favorite subgenre of metal.
Okay.
Black and doom. I like doom.
Yeah.
A lot too.
Yeah.
But I like the black metal and thaw.
Yeah, you do like some.
I'm into the thaw thing.
And some Megadeth.
Yeah, Megadeth. But I like the black metal sound.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, that encompasses more about what metal, in my mind, what metal. How would I say that? It gives me more of an avenue for me more to get to metal is the black metal sound, because I like the bigness of it. Metal to me, because of, and that's why I like the lyrics having something to do with ancient stuff, or there's just that quality to it to me, where there should be this. Totally just talking about myself.
Sure.
It's easier for me to grasp musically what metal is and listen to it enjoyably when there's a when there's an epic sound to it, you know. So what's the band that we listen to that's the Viking?
Amon Amarth.
Yeah, when it sounds like you're going to conquer a land, or you have conquered the land, or
we need to do some more of their stuff.
Or the black metal thing, you know, being on the top of a snow-covered mountain, running from a demon, you know, that you have to slay with your sword, type stuff, or even the liturgical stuff. When you get into like a black mass, or, you know, that's why I think the doom metal stuff is good with Black Sabbath. That's such a cool name for a band. But you know, just the ominous, big, desolate sort of sound that allows me to get, when I'm in that space, it's easier for me to listen enjoyably to it, as if it's more musical to me.
Sure.
And I have to have, personally, musical, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it's all music.
Right.
Some may be pushing it a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's just more, and really there's more of a, you know, you just played it. You know, you can play it on the piano, and it's just got this more of an ancient, that, you know, this music's been around forever. This is the thing that even people thousands of years ago, when they thought about, when they're playing something, they're doing that, you know, that in different ways. I mean, it's sort of in everybody, I think.
Yeah.
In a way.
I agree.
Whereas, not saying I don't like Archspire.
Sure.
But stuff like that, it's harder for me to get to, because even though they're being innovative on metal and what metal is, this seems just, I don't know, when it has that quality of ancient as an ancient sound, like it just goes back thousands of years or something. And maybe that's just me projecting my own.
No, I think you're right. I think that you, as someone who has heard the minimal level of black metal, maybe 3 or 4 songs at the most that I've showed you at this point.
No, Grima. Dissection.
That's it. As far as like pure black metal goes, I think that's pretty much it. 3 songs. We did 2 from Dissection and 1 from Grima. And I could be remembering that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it for right now. And the way you were talking about the ancient historical undertones of it, if we're speaking just musically, not vocally, not lyrically, just musically, there's a familiarity to it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like it's as if
like your ancestors listened to it, and that little tinge of
there's
familiarity is still there in you, and when you hear it, you're like, I've heard this before, but I've never heard this before.
Or I felt this before.
Right.
It's kind of like saying, you know, I was hearing somebody talk the other day about how, like, the older I get, the more and more I get afraid of heights. And
Same. Why is that?
Well, I was reading somewhere, and I don't think it was Carl Jung. I can't remember who it was.
Dude, I used to love heights. I used to love being not metaphorically high or not chemically high, but just elevated.
But you did like to be chemically high.
I did, but and now it
scares me to death.
It bothers
if I see it on television.
Yeah.
These people that are, you know, with the selfie things at the top of things, I'm like, get down.
It makes me hurt.
And I heard somebody saying that's because we evolved out of the trees, and so then there's this, you know, this whole thing of falling, like when you have a dream and you know people are falling. It's because of that. It's because of this primal thing that's built into our consciousness that we came out of the trees.
And you think that's your connection to black metal?
Well, all I'm saying is that I liken that in the sense that I put them, I sort of juxtapose them because of the fact that you know, everybody knows what fear is. Now, you may be afraid of bears and I may be afraid of styrofoam rubbing together or whatever it is. Or, you know, afraid of anything. But the fear itself is a feeling that everybody knows, and it happens to you. It comes out of you. You don't develop fear. Fear is something that you are, and it's innate. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. It sounds like some of the black metal stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds like the
I
black.
don't know if the thunder can be picked up on the microphones, but it is thundering outside.
That it just sounds like there's something in this music that's innate to the fabric of being, to where, you know, there's a storytelling element, as you said, just talking musically. Just the music. Yeah. To me, there's a storytelling. There's a story. There's a universal story that's run throughout time. Sort of sounds like to me. I think that may be why I like it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I look for validity in when I realize that, oh, we all know this kind of a thing, you know. Fear and loss and isolation and longing and or yearning, as they say on Seinfeld. Do you yearn, George? Sometimes I sit around and I yearn. I just yearn. But I mean that kind of thing is just in everybody. You don't learn this kind of stuff. So I think that maybe black metal, for me, that's where musically it's in there. And then when you add this you know, liturgical aspect to it, that goes back forever. I just thought that sounded so cool vocally. Yeah. With the preaching sound or whatever it was. We know what they were singing about?
Yeah, I have it. I did a translation. Have mercy on us, O God, according to your great mercy. We pray to you, hear us and have mercy. Basically, just have mercy on us, Lord.
Cleansing. Yeah. Purification. That's interesting. Yeah. So it's just a mass. Yeah. That's cool. I mean, that's something that people have been saying forever.
Yeah, I know we don't do black metal often enough, and it's just based on the fact that our time is limited and we're doing everything we can as often as we can to get together and record. But I will start putting more of an emphasis on introducing you to more black metal here and there.
It's just easier for me to understand the aspects of what makes up the metal genre. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense to me, for sure.
If you can point to, and maybe it was your description of it in one of our past videos about how to hear what black metal is, because I still don't understand all the genres. I still trying to pinpoint the characteristics and the markers that make what certain metals are, so I can identify them or hear how they're put together, because that interests me.
Did those chords introduce any certain colors to you?
All the time, dude.
What chords? What colors do you see?
Well, F sharp minor to me has this deep forest green. Okay. F sharp minor is green, and a lot depending on if it's minor or major. D is always a red, depending on where it comes. But then C sharp minor is more of a dark blue, green, or C sharp major, excuse me, and minor. Any minor chord just blackens the color a little bit to me. Okay. So if it's F sharp minor, then it's a little darker of a green than F sharp major. And then D has, and the red depends on, kind of like this, but then it sort of bends the hue to wherever it goes after that, or where it comes from, if that makes any sense. But it's dominated by this dark.
I was just curious. The reason I asked, most of the time when you start talking about colors with some of the chords that you're listening to, so far everything that we've done that I remember that you've mentioned the colors. The colors typically match the theme, the album artwork, or whatever. This one didn't. This one's, I mean, there's a little bit, most of the album artwork on this one is like a yellow, like a reddish yellow color background anyways. But yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, I can see the red and the D. Cool, man.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I did. I liked that. Cool.
I kind of felt like you would.
I hope they get their stuff together over there, the Batushka guys. I hope the Polish courts work all. I hope the Polish courts work all this out.
Who knows?
Sounds like a really stressful situation.
I'm staying out of it.
Yeah, well, right. We're not going to get involved.
No, we are not.
You know, as much as we could get involved, we're leaving that one alone.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We are Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson. That was Batushka.
Sure was. Great Measures.
Cleansing, purification. Have a wonderful day, everybody.